Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Morgan Bowl here at Hudson High, where the Hudson Hawks taking on the Marlboro Panthers. Free kick for the Hawks. Defended well. Clock there is an approximation. Here comes Marlboro on the right side. Has a bit of a lead. Kicked it out of bounds. Hard to see who that was there on the right wing. Throwing for Hudson. These guys are over trying to make a play. There's 17. John Kuhn. Defended well by Marlboro. Kuhn with the pressure. Marlboro trying to gain back possession. Hey, kick it up. It's the ref out there out of bounds. Jason Blake on, nope, it'll be number 6, Luis Silva on the throw-in. Gets it up. Bit of a bite kick there. Hudson just turns around, kicks it back into midfield. Attempted to be controlled by Blake. Couple touches by Marlboro. Keep it up. Swing and a miss. Here's number 12 for Marlboro on the left. Plays it back to number 6. Tries a cross. And still in. Ref will call it out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Hudson. Goalie number 1, Caden Gould. It'll be number 8, Nicholas Woodford on the goal kick. Makes it to midfield, settled by Marlboro, but given right over, and that's going to kicked out of bounds. There's Rafael Barbosa on the ball. Devin Herrera throwing in for Marlboro. Settled in midfield. Slide tackle. Hudson staying with it for the moment. Out of bounds. Ref signals Hudson ball. Bear with me as I try learning all the names here. Of course, I'm Jared Colbert, joined by Cam Sesluk here in the booth, controlling the camera. Bringing you Hudson soccer. That ball out of bounds again on the right side, throwing for Marlboro, headed by Hudson in the midfield. Controlled by Marlboro again. Big burst of speed, trying to get it to cross, but great defense there by Hudson, scooped up harmlessly by Caden Gould. Ball kind of bouncing on the backs of a couple players there. It's Isaac Morales getting a touch on it. Marlboro trying to control in the midfield. Hudson trying to send, but booted away by Marlboro goalkeeper Marcelo Silva. There's a play on Marlboro ball. Bit of a cross up and over everyone, and that's going to be a goal for Marlboro. Number 7, Everton Araujo. On the cross by number 8, Steven Varula. Left Araujo wide open. Hudson defenders kind of bit on the cross. And Caden Gould could not react in time. Substitution for Hudson, number 3, Maxwell Woods, coming on at left back. Hudson playing it around in the backfield. Trying to play it into the midfield, but first poked away by Marlboro, but possession going back and forth, and they'll call it ref giving them a free kick. Can't tell who that is. I'll take it, but I'll send it up. Big play for Kuhn, defended by the Panthers. Trying to settle it. Dangerous territory. Number 14, Henry Saw on the pressure. Hudson defense trying to settle it, but gives it right back. Slide tackle. They stay with it. Varula tried to play it into Araujo again. Varula doing a great job controlling the ball on the right side. Marlboro's going to have to play it back to Silva. It's a bit of a bad touch. Pressure on. Can only kick it out of bounds. It'll be a Hudson throw-in pretty far up the field. Every defender up past midfield. Number 8, Woodford on the throw. He gets it in. Kicked out of bounds by Dominic Huerta. So once again, Woodford on the throw-in. 3 Hawks were in the box. Couldn't get to any of them. Controlled by Hudson for now. All playing around at the top of the box. 5 red shirts are up. Cross attempt there. Trying to settle it on the outside. Gets the header in. Hudson puts it back in. Just trying to play it into the box. No one was home. Out of bounds. Marlboro throw in. Marlboro gets it up. Ping-pongs around in there for a second. 14, Maximiano with the ball deep. Picked up by Gould. Gets it up to Silva, unable to bring it down. There's a ball. Hudson calling for offsides, but they'll allow Morales in there. Hudson playing it around in their own box. Pressure on. Marlboro maintains control. Ball in by Maximiano. Good for 3. Hudson able to get it in deep in Marlboro territory on the last possession, but I'm sure Marlboro's winning the possession battle right now. That ball goes up. And 25, Carniel holding on to it. Carniel gets it to the outside, back to the middle. Gonna play it back. Ball in deep, pressure on Silva Jr. Able to get it at the top of his box. Here comes the Panther again, but they're gonna turn it over. Throwing for Hudson, the familiar Woodford. As Marlboro player down on the field. Athletic trainer gonna come out, take a look at him. It is number 20, João da Silva. So he'll certainly have to come off, at least for the time being. Numbers 9 and 21, Bruno Guimaraes and Kanan Gomez coming on for Marlboro. Both teams taking the opportunity to rest up on the sideline. We're testing out our new remote cameras here at HUD-TV. Seems to be working so far. Just realized the clock got stopped here on our scoreboard. So believe me when I say that the clock, the time you see, is the unofficial time. Ref giving the signal, play will resume. Hudson went to their bench, met with their coach. Marlboro players stayed out, just kind of had a meeting amongst themselves. So once again, it will be Woodford with the throw-in. Sends it in deep. Hudson unable to be on the receiving end. Booted up by Silva. Sends everyone chasing. Good touch by João Lima, but Marlboro gets it right back. There's Nicholas Labe on the ball. Putting on the pressure. Will be Devin Herrera. Back into Labe. Bit tripped up. He stays up. Good slide. I believe that was Lima. Hudson trying to send it in. Headed on by Kuhn, but no one was past him. So here comes Marlboro again, sending it deep. It's way offside, but did not attempt to make a play on the ball. So that's just going to sail out for a goal kick. And they're just going to make a short kick here. Tried to find someone deep, but taken over by Marlboro in the midfield. Number 7, Araujo. Keeping it alive for the Panthers. And now it's number 9, Guimaraes. Gets a touch off. And that was defended out there by number 3, Maxwell Woods. Here comes the throw in. Marlboro able to get the cross off. Sailed across, still in bounds. So Labe sends it back in. Comes the header, and it gets by Gould for the second Marlboro goal of the night. Number 21, Kanan Gomez on the end of that one. Labe had some time as he actually comes off the field limping. So a tough start here for Hudson. Our clock says 60 minutes, probably a bit longer than that. Just didn't realize that it had stopped for a time. So the Hawks find themselves down 2-0 early on in the first here. They will play it back, trying to send Kuhn deep. He gets a touch on it, but unable to control it, so Marlboro will get the throw-in. They got a tent set up for the Hawks bench. I never remember getting that. I suppose so. It's hot in August. We played in August too and still didn't get a tent. Marlboro certainly dominating the possession here in the first half. Hudson getting some nice touches, some nice balls in deep, but unable to do much with it. And they certainly don't have as much control in the midfield as Marlboro does. Play there, but it's a play on. And that was number 3. Now Marlboro with the ball. Ref giving a kick to Hudson. Pretty much at the quarter field for Hudson. So they're going to send as many up as they can afford. Only Lima and Woodford back really on Hudson defense. Tense blocking who's taking the kick for me. They have 5 in the box. Low ball. And defended by Hudson. That was number 10, Oliveira. And now here comes the Marlboro attack. Number 9 going to send it down the line. Chased by Gomez. Unable to catch up, and it will sail out of bounds. Hawk kick. Now coming on, Peter Miro. For the Panthers, off comes Varula. For a breather. Labe still stretching it out by the Panthers bench. Battling for control in the midfield. It'll be settled by Marlboro's defense. They're able to work it up, but right back to Hudson. They have something going there, but turn right back over. Ball in deep to the newcomer, Miro. It'll be Gould stepping up, closing the gap. beating Miro to the ball. And there's Kuhn with a deep ball, but right back to Marlboro. Settled by Guimaraes. Miro, swing and a miss. Hudson coming the other way, over the top. Here's Kuhn with the ball, trying to settle it. He stays with it, ball in close. Henry Saw had an opportunity right into the gut of Marcelo Silva. And whistle blown on Hudson for hard tackle. So the kick will be taken by Silva. Marlboro pushing everyone up. Deep kick there. Vying for control. It was Araujo. Felt like he was getting grabbed. Gould with the kick. Saw trying to settle it. Hudson eventually coming away with it, trying to send in a ball. But that's going to go out of bounds. John Borges in pursuit. We're going to elect to send it back, and now they're going to play it through Silva. Pressure on by Saw, but Silva gets it off. And off the head of Hudson. On to Morales. Back out of bounds, so Marlboro will try again. Looks like they're trying to work it back to Silva, and they will. Silva's got a big leg. And that one's sailing by, number 6, Devin Herrera. Unable to get anything on it, so thrown by Woodford. Kuhn was the target. Woodford sends it back in. Play on, but Silva able to get there and boots it back. Only one Panther in the area. De Souza is given chase. Hudson trying to play the possession game in the midfield. Unable to really consistently string more than a couple passes together, and they will get, wasn't sure who that was, but they will get Hudson for a trip. Five down in the box for Marlboro. And they'll try short on the right side. Tried to turn with it, but defended well, and again. And Hudson have the numbers, but boots it in deep. Saw unable to get on the receiving end. He's putting the pressure on. Hudson has a 4-on-4 or 4-on-5 deep in Marlboro's zone, but Marlboro able to get it away. Now Marlboro has the left side. Well offside, though, was Peter Miro. Couple Panthers past the Hawks defense there. So it'll be Woodford, their throwing guy, their free kick guy. For good reason, sends it in deep. And that was Kuhn trying to get a piece of it, but forced to kick it out of bounds. And here he comes right back, taking control. And foul on Marlboro. Guimaraes. Ref talking to Morales. Morales probably just got in his ear a bit. Ball in deep. No problem for Silva over the heads of everyone. And Silva boots it in well past midfield. De Souza giving chase again. And a little too much elbows there. Free kick results with a Marlboro player on the ground. And they'll get the ball back to try a kick again. 4 deep for Marlboro. Hudson gets a tap on it. Marlboro elects to try to take control. Kind of a 2-on-1, and good defense there by, hard to tell who was on that ball, but able to kick it off the Marlboro player's leg as number 10, David Oliveira, coming in for the Hawks. Woodford gets it right to him and try a bit of a give and go, but actually it's off of a Marlboro player, so Woodford will try again. Kuhn gets a touch on, in pursuit again, gets it back. Marlboro just smothers in the midfield. Hudson unable to gather control. Elect not to play it back to Gould, but they do get it up. Marlboro with the cross, defended well, but another cross again. There's Miro. I hit it backwards. And Hudson finally able to clear it. It was Herrera trying to play it back in. Hudson maintains possession. They let their left and right backs play up. And in again. And Hudson just outnumbered in the box, too few. It was Miro on the end of it. Ball just kind of rolled through everybody, and he was right there, able to lift it up over the head of Gould. So first half not over yet. And the Panthers on top 3-0 over the Hudson Hawks. Kind of defensive breakdowns. Hard to blame Gould for what's been happening. Marlboro has gotten open shot in close repeatedly. The back and forth here. Saw trying to play for that. Here comes Kuhn. Faster than everybody on the field here. He's going to have a cross attempt. Gets it up over the head. Over the head of, hard to see who that was. I think that was Silva, number 6. And a bit of a push. Ref says play on. Hudson trying to settle. Up back to the outside to Miro. Not quite sure what the call was there, but it's going to be Saw on the outside. Hudson thought it was theirs. Oh, it's going to be a free kick for Marlboro. Nope. Will be thrown. Bit of a miscommunication here between the two referees. Seems like they got a few options. Was that a Marlboro kick, a Marlboro throw, or a Hudson throw? There's some pushing, some shoving, and then the ball went out of bounds. So it will be a Marlboro throw. Marlboro seemingly coming down with most of the 50-50 balls here. They're slowly working their way down the field with these throw-ins. Finally, Hudson kicking a little bit deeper. Try to play it in deep to Kuhn. That's that Saw, number 14 on the left side. And they're going to play it for him now. He's onside. He's got Kuhn in the middle. Unable to really get a cross off. You know, ball's in deep. Miro for the Panthers giving chase. Missed pass. Miro's going to have a shot at it. Barbosa. He would kind of just muscle Miro out of the way, let the ball go out of bounds. So it'll be Woodford on the throw. Kuhn gained control. Plays it in for Saw. And number 4 for the Panthers, able to muscle it away, get the ball back up for the Panthers. So once again, Panthers ball in the midfield. Ball goes through everyone. They will call it offsides. Confusion as to where the ball would be spotted. And they're going to get 19, Guardado. On the foul. So here comes Woodford with the kick. Probably not quite how he wanted that to come off his foot. Hudson will have an attempt to settle it. Back to Woodford. And 25, Carniel trying to take it in deep himself. Good step up. But Marlboro stays in control for now. Ball in deep, and they're going to call it offsides again. Woodford with the kick gets it up. It's all of Oliveira. Looked like kind of a mix between a pass and a shot. Good pressure there. Marlboro able to maintain control, and it's Miro on the left side. He's got some grass in front of him. Barbosa in pursuit, and they're going to call that a foul. Barbosa thinking he got a good tackle there, but Mira tripped up. Miro. It'll be Herrera. On the kick. Close to the box on the left side. A two-man box for Gould. It'll be a cross. Trying to settle. Hudson will poke it out, but comes the Marlboro back line, able to get the ball again. Try to play it out for Gomez. It'll be a Hudson throw. Here comes Saw. Cross in for Kuhn, unable to be on the receiving end of that one. Marlboro just feels like they always have a lot of space whenever they get the ball in the midfield. Able to really settle it. Offside, so we got a Hudson kick. That one just kind of booted deep out onto the track. Salute. And ref says play on there. Looked like it got a little handsy. 14, Maximiano. Knocking a Hawk onto the ground, but now they got Kuhn. He gets pushed, and that's in the box. So a penalty kick for the Hawks. Kuhn working the ball inside the box, getting pushed in the back. Wasn't sure who that was. Could have been, was that number 9? Guimaraes committing the foul. Really a bit of a sloppy penalty. I mean, he's really outside the box, but didn't really have much of a shot on. But now it will be. It looks like can't see the jersey number of who that is. But free kick for Hudson. Opportunity here. Here's Woodford. Puts it in. Silva guessed wrong. So Woodford, Hudson's utility man, I guess you could call him. As the Hawks get on the board. With, you can assume, not too much time left on the clock. And seems like that was just a timeout called by the Hawks. So Hudson getting the lucky break. Kuhn drawing the foul inside the box. And Woodford converts. Makes it 3-1. So while Marlboro has been controlling the midfield, getting their opportunities from holding possession and getting opportunities in deep, Hudson certainly had their fair share of deep balls, trying to work through that back Marlboro line. Unable to really find, the connections on the other side of it. But they're getting there, and Kuhn able to draw the foul. And yeah, just that utility man role for number 8, Nicholas Woodford, the junior. Able to score and put the Hawks within 2. So a lot of work left to do. I think we have about 5 minutes left in this half. As we resume the first, Marlboro immediately trying to go deep again. Into deep for number 12, Labe, who's back in the game. Just nursing looked like some kind of hamstring pull earlier, but he's out there doing fine. Kuhn was the intended recipient, but Marlboro able to play it in deep into Liveria. Here comes Carnial, and misplay. Much to the dismay of the Hudson crowd. Just a few too many of those. Hudson giving up possession, and that will be called a foul. Labe. There's Woodford with the kick. Gets it up. Kuhn trying to settle it. And beats his man. He has some space. Saw in the box. Someone else on the left. Played by the feet by Silva. And he'll pick it up. Cross. They're just low on the ground. Silva just kind of had a whack at it with his feet. Maybe got a little lucky there, but put it in a space where he could just pick it up. And now Marlboro coming the other way. But actually will be a Hudson throw. Throws it in short for Woodford, gets it up with his leg. Saw gets a head on, but played back to Silva. That's Carniel playing it back, gets it up. Kuhn in pursuit. Defended by Huerta. He gets it up. And Hudson midfield again, just kind of ball sails through, but they get it back. And kind of back and forth in the midfield here. Labe tries to send it in, misplayed. Liveria on the outside, and That's going to be a foul. So Mireles in to kick for the Panthers. Everyone back except for Carniel and Kuhn for the Hawks. Even Carniel heading in deep. 4 white shirts in the box. And they're going to send it in. And goes through everyone. Guimaraes had a chance to be on the receiving end of that one. Over the head of Gould. Over the head of everyone. So the kick up to Kuhn. Tried to play it on to Saw, but Marlboro taking control. But here he comes. It's 2-on-3. Poke the ball through a little long. Silva's going to opt to not even pick it up. Force some more time off the clock. And he's just going to throw it in short to Herrera, the left back here. Couple on, he gets it in. Carniel takes control, but that will be the end of the first half. Marlboro 3 and Hudson 1. Like I said, a lot of possession for the Panthers. Hawks able to convert a PK to put themselves on the board. So we will be back after the break to give you the second half action here from the Morgan Bowl at Hudson High. And welcome back to the second half. Of the Marlboro Panthers versus the Hudson Hawks. Hawks now moving right to left. Panthers left to right. Carniel having some choice words. And it will be Woodford on the kick. Five in the box, a low kick defended by the Marlboro wall. Hudson trying to argue handball. Referee might have just said even if it was, might have been incidental or down by the body. So that's out of bounds. Throw in for the Hawks. Putting some pressure on early in this second half. Try to get the ball into Kuhn. I mean, he's had a favorable matchup. It's number 6, Devin Herrera, the left back for the Hawks. Kuhn's simply just faster than him. But Hudson rarely getting the opportunity to have a one-on-one with Kuhn at full speed versus Herrera. But able to get the deflection, so will be a corner with Woodford taking a swing. Not Woodford. Woodford in the box. Header by Kuhn. Play wasn't on the ball. It was Silva out there trying to play it around. Gets poked up. And they will call him offsides. That was Saw. A step too deep. Past the defender. Probably would have gotten called bumping the goalie anyways. It's Araujo who was making the play. Ball goes in and offside. Still trying to learn all the numbers. Woodford on the kick. Can send it in pretty deep. Gets it to Saw and passed on to Kuhn there. Ball on. Leg kicked out by Silva. Settled by Hudson in the box. Tries to get a shot off. Defended by Herrera. Carniel with the ball. He takes a shot. Wrong spin on it. And it goes up and over, but a good effort and a good opportunity by the Hawks. They put some pressure on. Kuhn had a chance. Silva in the net, able to get kind of kick his leg out. Great goalkeeping there. And Carniel, the later opportunity, sends it up and over. And they're trying it again. This time it's Saw on the run, but well over. Silva scoops it up harmlessly. He's got Franca short. Tries to send it in deep. It's Araujo. And he'll have the ball on the outside. Got Woodford to beat, but Woodford pokes it away. Still trying to settle it. Woodford gets it up. And at least resets the possession, and they're going to get Kuhn on the foul there for the free kick. Nothing more. I think ref's trying to tell Kuhn to step even further back. Settled in by Marlboro, but get it out again. Sends it in deep. And an extra shove with the ball out of bounds. Getting a little feisty here. Well, I mean, what else do you expect in a Marlboro-Hudson game? Ball on the outside. Tried to send in Saw. And Saw called for the bump. So Silva Jr. will take the kick. He can really boom it down there over the heads of everyone there. Hudson electing not to play off Gould. Here's Woodford, tried to turn around, gets it off, but Marlboro with the ball, top of the box, tries to set it in. Good block by Carniel. Hudson unable to keep the ball, so throw in by Bernardes, gets it in. Hudson asking for a hand. It's out of bounds anyways. Woodford with the captain's band. He gets it again, sends it in deep. Kuhn in chase. And both players kind of throwing their body at it. And they're going to say Kuhn bumped into Bernardes. Kind of a 50-50 ball. Bernardes had his body in between Kuhn and the ball, so probably the right call. Could argue Bernardes threw his body at Kuhn when Kuhn tried to make a play on the ball, but ref said Marlboro ball. Silva with the kick, sends it in deep. Oliveria able to send it out. Saw had a play on it, almost had it away, and that's going to get kicked out by Huerta. Tried to find Bernardes. unable to. Quick throw in to Carnial, trying to keep possession. Gets the cross off low and deflected by Huerta. Didn't get the touch he wanted. Goes out for a corner. Hawks having a few corner opportunities throughout the game. It'll be Silva, who's been taking these corners. Gets it in close to the keeper, and he will be the one to come away with it. Falling to the ground by himself some time. That one not as deep, just up high. Good touch there. And it's going to be Varula in chase. Oliveria sends it out. Bernardes on the throw-in. Couple short options. He's going to try and deep, but only red shirts down there. And a high kick. Settled well, but it's going to be Kuhn on the ball. One man to beat to get himself open. Low, hard kick on the outside of the net. Kuhn had a bit of a chance. Tried to take him himself because really didn't have any more touches or time to get the cross off. He had Saw with him. Unable to find a lane. Takes the shot himself. Decent chance. Decent strike. But on the outside. It's Silva to the outside. Silva to Silva. As we have Marlboro throw in, Bernardes. Settled by Morales. Morales looks like he kind of tripped up on the ball, but it was Carniel who was there. Gets called for the foul, so Marlboro kick, and they're going to swing it out to the left back. And some good pressure by the Hawks. Gonna throw it in short to Woodford. Try to get a big through ball here over everyone. Kuhn in chase. Kind of played to the middle. And an opportunity there for Leo Silva, but just got completely underneath the ball. Sends it way up, unable to really get his knee over it. So sailed up and over. Squandered opportunity for the Hawks, but they are picking up more and more opportunities. Kuhn doing a good job of being available to make some runs. And just a few better balls here in the second half than in the first, and equates to more opportunities. Silva coming off number 19, Julio Bamaca. Who is an 8th grader here. Getting some minutes on the varsity squad. A good mix of grades all around. Got 5 seniors, 6 juniors, 7 10th graders, a couple freshmen, and a handful of 8th graders. Rounds out the roster of this Hawks squad. It's junior Nicholas Woodford with the captain's band, along with Number 20, Rafael Barbosa. So will be Silva with the kick, a little short. Kuhn able to settle it, poke it forward to Saw. They will call him offsides. Looked just a little too open on the ball from Kuhn. Saw thought he timed that one up perfectly. But referee right on the line said nope. It's a bit at the roughly quarter mark of the field. Silva opportunity. Punch it in deep for the Panthers. And he's got Araujo almost on the end of that, but Hudson able to poke it away for now. Saw trying to play it to the outside, no one home. Barbosa gets a play. Saw tried to settle it, goes right through his legs. The Panthers will kick it back to Silva. Saw giving chase. And will run right by Silva. Araujo gets a play on it. All on the outside. Kicked out. Oliveria picked out for a second, but it will be a Hudson throw-in. Pressure on. Saw comes away with it. Tries to work it towards the middle. Takes it himself. And he got tripped up. Some extra words maybe, so some extra bumps, so ref came flying in. Has some words for the Panthers captain Woodford, sending it in deep. Saw bumping elbows, but that one's going to sail out of bounds for a goal kick. About 15 minutes into this second half. Still plenty of time. Silva boots it deep. Bounces around. Saw with pressure on. Huerta able to get it back to Silva. Boots it in deep again. And Woodford elects to send it out of bounds. Panthers with control, trying to work it around. And foul committed there. So short kick to Woodford. Try to chip it up. And ball in deep. But Gould will come out from the net and take control. It's Bernardes, the right back, tries to send it in. Silva's there. They're going to call foul on Silva. Not the strongest foul we've seen. It's Gabriel Franca with the kick. Gets it up. And gets kicked away. Saw with a play on it, gets poked away. crank there, so Marlboro coming back the other way, trying to work the left side. Ball stopped by Hudson. Certainly a bit more even on possession this half. Marlboro not dominating the midfield, kind of like they were. Woodford once again on the throw. Gets it into Kuhn, trying to settle it. And he gets pushed, and they're gonna say that foul was on Kuhn. I don't know if it was for trying to play it while on the ground or if he took down that Marlboro player with him. I kind of thought he got pushed first, but when it's a scrum like that, it's kind of a 50-50. Ball in, sails all the way, and a good poke. Substitutions, number 11, Morella's coming back on. It is Bruno Guimaraes coming in. Short throw. Liveria there. They get it to Woodford. Sends it up. He's got Kuhn. Good ball. One man to beat. But it's Huerta able to play it back. Bouncy ball. And Huerta electing to let it out, wisely so, as it is a goal kick. Wasn't the best ball from Huerta to Silva. Silva couldn't really control it, but kind of just bounced away harmlessly. And now here's some more pressure. Kuhn with the ball, unable to get it through all the way to Saw. So Marlboro an opportunity, but plenty of Hudson defenders back. Oliveira able to draw the foul. Ball up. It's really just Saw and Kuhn. Ball slips to his leg. Silva falls back on it. Silva went to just kind of grab it standing up. And ball fell too short for him to pick it up with his hands cleanly. So fell at his feet. Saw and Kuhn right on top of him. Unable to react as Silva falls back on it. And they'll give him the kick. So he got bumped on the way down. Opportunity here for the Panthers again. Tries the cross. Another one. There's Morales coming back on. One of those plays where Marlboro really has two crossing opportunities. They have two guys coming in waves, and Morales was that second wave, kind of forgotten about by the Hudson back line, but he sails it way wide. And Saw putting on pressure again, calling something. Maybe just a dangerous play on the ball. Ref wants to talk to Saw. I'm gonna guess it was really just a dangerous play. Saw kind of came in with his cleat in the air. Saw demonstrating what he thought he did. Give us a live action instant replay. Saw saying, I just harmlessly jumped. Ref saying, your cleat was perhaps a little too high for my liking. So Silva will get the free kick. It's Varula on the play, and down goes Hudson player, Oliveria. And Hudson's turn for a kick. More words, more chirps. Refs trying to get these players in line. Lima was back there talking to a ref. Oliveria was the one on the ground. And I think we're going to get a card here. No. We will. Hudson head coach Jeff Ponte getting the card. Not sure what words were being thrown back and forth, but a rare card for the coach, chirping from the bench. Unsure what the debate is here, kind of back and forth on what his players are doing, what the Marlboro players are doing, what's a dangerous play, what's up and fair. The whole of Hudson coaching staff getting their fair share of words into the ref. Now again, Lima with some words and Woodford with the free kick. So it seemed like a Oliveria going down on a contested ball. Ends up with Jeff Ponte, Hudson head coach, getting a yellow card. And there's a push. And we got another one. And a third. This one on Hudson's Luis Silva. They're just dishing them out to everybody. Araujo with one. Silva got one. I wasn't quite sure who that was. Maybe it was Maximiano, number 14 there with the original. I think it was Maximiano with the original yellow card. Right, and an Oprah level of handouts here. Marlboro head coach Kevin Hardy getting an explanation of what the heck just happened. I think it was 14 Maximiano getting the first. And then Silva came in and said something, so he got one. And then Araujo said something, and he got one. So both coaches may be considering some substitutions to take off those players with the yellow. But for now, looks like believe Silva's still in the game. But I actually can't find him, so maybe not. Oh, Silva was taken off. Marlboro's got their own substitutions lined up. Quite the kerfuffle. And I imagine if you're a referee, that's a headache for you. They got to keep track of who has a yellow card. I'm surprised they just dish out 3 right away and create this kind of conundrum where the clock's, it's a running clock all the time, but the clock's been ticking, slowing down this half. They have a free kick to hurry up and worry about, and they have to write down three players' names and get everything in order. But finally, here's the kick. Falls a little short, flicked up. Hudson opportunity settled by Woodford. He's out, tries to turn, deep cross shot sort of ball, and wide and high. I mean, those are kind of the shots you want to see. As here comes the Marlboro substitutions now. Number 14, Maximiano, coming back on. So I think they get sent off. At least Maximiano was. And number 5, Jordan Citalen, coming on, perhaps. He still has the penny wrapped around his neck. But it was a timeout called by, I believe, must have been Marlboro anyways. But refs trying to reestablish some law and order here in this game. We kind of saw it earlier. Some hard fouls, some back and forth, some choice words. And it's kind of all come to head. Jeff Ponte, head coach for Hudson, getting the first yellow card. And then not 2 minutes later, a slew of players getting their own. I believe it was Silva of the Hawks and Maximiano and Araujo for the Panthers getting their names in the books. Hudson certainly fired up. I do think in soccer, in basketball, head coaches getting yellow cards or texts, or managers in baseball getting thrown out. I think those are certainly rallying cries for the teams. I'm sure Jeff Ponte will happily get booked if it means firing up his squad a little bit more. We're approaching about 30 minutes into this half, so past the halfway as we enter the unofficial fourth quarter. And Hudson still down 2, but a lot more opportunities this time around than in the first. Just on that last play, Woodford. It was a deep shot, but turned around, able to get the shot off anyways. So Silva with the kick. Hudson being the first to settle it. Silva trying to get it to Kuhn and unable. Good moves there by Marlboro as they work it outside to Herrera. Nope, not Herrera. It was Bernardez. Bernardez, number 3, their left back with the throw-in. The give back, and that looked like it was out on Bernardez, but because probably was out, but it's a foul, so free kick to be taken by Bernardez. They'll go short. And then Franca sends it in deep. Play outside. But Hudson able to come away with it. Silva coming out. Playing deep. He kicks it back into his box and picks it up. The ball did come in from Hudson, so controlled by Morales in the midfield to the left side. Morales picks it up again, tries to play it through. Marlboro with the shot opportunity here. He stays up. Good tackle there by Hudson. I'm not able to fully clear it yet, except it is poked away by Carniel, but taken back by the Panthers. Bernardes sends it up. Oliveria back on the ground. Looking around. Nothing there. Bernardes with the throw-in. Another short one. Barula tries to play it on the outside. Franca pings it back in for the Panthers, but Hudson does have the ball. Tried to play it through to Saw, but not quite towards him enough. There's Huerta. And Silva with the big dribble to keep possession. Oliveira trying to play it, but Marlboro holding on the left side. That's Labe. Kicks it back out. Cross in to Verulo. And Oliveria finds himself on the ground again. Looks at the ref. Unable to get the call. Verulo with the cross. Wide open in the middle. And just a breakdown of coverage again. What can Gould do? When number 9, Bruno Guimaraes, gets the ball at point-blank range, no defenders around him, and fires it into the back of the net. And puts this one ever further out of reach from the Hudson Hawks. As number 12, Jason Blake, coming on, in for Oliveria. It's none too happy on the sideline there. Here comes Kuhn. Feels like he hasn't touched the ball in a handful of minutes here. Slides to keep the ball. Ball to Saw, not enough zip on it. Oliveira, the poke. He knew he had an opportunity there. Got it on his right foot. Unable to get enough of the outside of his foot to put it on net. And Silva, the keeper, will happily chase a ball he didn't really need to chew up some more this time. We got 34 minutes on the clock. I believe they're 45-minute halves. And some more Marlboro substitutions. Citolan coming on. I believe that was Gomez coming on. It's Varula and Herrera coming off for the Panthers. Time's really winding down now. Not too much left to go in this one. Maybe about 10 minutes plus some extra time, which there should be some extra time. Play was stopped and the clock was running. And it's 21, Gomez. Just kind of getting pushed off the ball there. It'll be Morales with the cross. Pretty deep in Hudson territory. No walls, there's no real threat to a shot, but 4 white jerseys in the box. This one's too short, but still kind of managing to get through. And Hudson finally able to clear. It's Bernardes and Kuhn giving chase. But it will be Araujo on the outside. And a good tackle by the Hawks. Reset the play. Marlboro with the throw in. Ball gets popped up. That was a hand. And timeout called by the Hawks. One last look, one last meeting with this team to try to keep it, just one final word to try to get the team going. Early in the half, they kind of had some repeated opportunities in deep, but those opportunities have dried up. And of course, Hudson giving up another goal to make it a 3-goal lead for the Panthers with approximately 10 minutes left in the half. Hudson having their frustrations with the referees, with how Marlboro's been playing, with how they've been playing. Yeah, I think we might be in the shot for Friday Morning Lights. Yeah. Who'd have thunk? Always cool to see a student behind a camera, getting some shots, putting together a package for those Friday Morning Lights that we started so many years ago. I always liked it because I got to stroll in a little later because the announcement started after the first bell. So you didn't really have to be there on time. Not to use this broadcast to reminisce or anything, but Oliveira tried to send it in deep. Carniel there, saw there. Kuhn giving chase, but so it was Saw down on the ground, but he gets up on his own power, so are they going to call that a foul on that play, or are they just going to stop the clock for a second while Saw picks himself up? I believe that's what they're going to do. No free kick. Give the ball back to the hands of Silva. We'll punt it deep. Woodford was the first to get there. Hudson trying to settle Silva there in pursuit, but short throw-in for the Panthers. Ball batted around. Saw gets a touch on it. Kuhn trying to take over, but unable to make a run with it. Here comes Carniel. Puts a ball through to Silva. He's got some room to work with on the outside. And some pushing, some pulling. They're going to call that on Silva. Carniel can't believe it. It was Gabriel Franca. Franca and Silva bumping elbow to elbow. Silva definitely looked like he grabbed some of Franca's jersey, if not his whole arm, and pulled him down, and I think that's what the ref saw. So Hudson players a little upset. That call did not go their way. Woodford with the throw in, trying to work it in deep, which is all Hudson can really do now is hope for some deep balls, hope their speedsters, Saw and Kuhn, can work through the back line. Woodford again, a deep throw. Ball hit out of bounds. We'll get another Hudson throw, which this you can kind of assume will act as a cross. I don't know why the ref was hesitant to give Woodford the ball there. Woodford the ball, in for Saw. Headed out of bounds by Bernardez. So it will be a corner for the Hawks. Opportunity here. Approaching 40 minutes on the clock. Of course, that's the unofficial time. Refs have the official time. Can really call it when they feel. But at least 5 or so minutes left to play. Hawks hoping to look to give themselves a chance here. Low cross. Kind of goes through a lot of players. Cronial alone will settle. Some pressure on. He'll try to send it in. No one there to receive. Franca boots it out for the Panthers. And Panthers maintaining some control here in the midfield, so they'll try to send it the other way and really just bleed some more time off the clock. That one just gets kicked out of bounds anyways, so Woodford will take the throw. Silva bumped in the back. They'll call that one. Silva happily to take the fall there as Woodford kicks it to Kuhn out on the outside. Decent touch, tries to bring it back, and that one just out of bounds for the corner. For the goal kick, excuse me. Kick here by Silva. Tried to send a through ball, but off the back of the Panther player. It's that one. It was off of Guardado. As off comes Saw. I feel like one of the highlights here by Hudson at least certainly had opportunities along with Kuhn up top. Speaking of Kuhn, here he comes, cross in, too close to the keeper. That was the newcomer, number 33, Huster. And here comes Marlboro again. Ball on the outside. That was Campos. And that's going to be off of Hudson. Campos will throw it in. Number 2, Miro, banged up a little bit. It will be Talon on the throw. First touch by Hudson. And they try to kick that. It's rolling and does go out of bounds. Hard to see those baselines from up here, but Decent kick for Hudson. They give it to Carniel. As we got 43 minutes on the clock. As this one is likely a formality to play it through at this point. I think best Hudson can do is just kind of play well for these last few minutes. Panthers attempt a cross onto the head of Campos, unable to really flick it on. Gould picks it up, boots it deep. And Campos tried to play it through to that was De Souza, number 23. Almost got the through ball there. Marlboro maintaining possession here in these final few minutes. Hudson sends it deep. Of course, that's all they can really try to do. Silva elects not to pick it up, so he can just kind of run it out as much as he can. Playing some keep away with his center backs there. Pass intercepted by Silva, unable to get a good touch, so out of bounds, thrown from Marlboro. And our clock reads 45. We'll see how much extra time the refs give, if much at all, considering the 4-1 score. And also when exactly they're going to call this, but could be any minute, any play. Good ball there. But great job by Silva to cut off that attack. Boots it deep. De Souza with the touch, trying to get it back. Ball into Campos, good touch, but I believe that is Woodford back on the ball. Panthers throwing. Get it right back in quickly. Good job by Gould to cut off that attack. Again, really all they can do is send it in deep and hope for the best, but there is the whistle, so that will be full time. Hawks had some opportunities early in the second half after getting that PK in the first, but it was really just the onslaught of open shots Marlboro was able to get close to the net. Not much Gould could do throughout the day. So it'll be a final score of the Marlboro Panthers 4, Hudson Hawks 1. Thank you all for tuning in here at the Morgan Bowl at Hudson High School. I have been Jared Colbert, joined alongside by Cam Seslek. You will see HUD-TV again in action tomorrow for the football game at Oakmont. So we hope to see you there. Good night.